What if everything you've ever believed about love was wrong? What if falling in love had nothing to do with your heart? No butterflies, no soulmates, no magic beating inside your chest. What if the real source of love, the place it truly begins, was something you've never even considered? Today, we'll reveal the shocking truth that love isn't about romance. It's about evolution. And the key to understanding it lies in a place you'd least expect. Today, we're diving into one of the most unexpected truths ever revealed by Matías De Stefano. A spiritual insight that might just change the way you view love forever. Because love, it turns out, doesn't start in the heart. It begins in your belly. It lives in your pancreas. And once you understand this, you'll never see falling in love the same way again. We've been told since we were kids that love lives in the heart. Hearts on cards, hearts on chocolates, hearts in every story ever told. But Matías invites us to challenge that idea. He explains that what we interpret as the emotion of love is not just an energetic or poetic experience, it's a biological mechanism. Yes, your heart beats faster when you fall in love, but not because it's in love. It beats faster because something else in your body told it to. And that something is your pancreas. Here's what actually happens. When you fall in love, your body experiences a surge of energy. You feel butterflies in your stomach. You feel more alive, more vibrant, more whole. But behind the scenes, it's your pancreas releasing insulin, the chemical that helps absorb sugar and deliver nutrients to every cell in your body. Why? Because your cells are preparing to evolve. They sense the arrival of new energy, and they want to grow, to create, to change. And so your heart begins pumping faster. Not out of love, but to carry the energy your cells are demanding. Love, Matías says, is not an emotion. It's a signal. It's your body saying, I've found the energy I need to become something new. Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. Matías explains that across every culture we associate love with food. And it's no coincidence. The very first experience of love in this life is tied to milk from the mother, the first nourishment our body ever receives. From that moment, our subconscious equates being nourished with being loved. That's why family love is often celebrated around the dinner table. That's why first dates usually involve food. That's why when we say we love someone, we instinctively want to feed them, to nurture them. Because at the core of it all, love equals energy. And the pancreas is the gatekeeper of that energy. So what does it actually mean to fall in love? According to Matías, to fall in love is to be hungry for transformation. It's the moment when your soul identifies something or someone that carries the energy you need to evolve. So it reaches out. It pulls that energy toward you. And you feel alive, inspired, on fire with purpose. This is why falling in love can make you do impossible things. You feel more energetic, more creative, more motivated. But here's the twist. Once you've received the energy you needed from that experience, once the transformation is complete, your soul no longer needs the connection. And this is often when love fades. Have you ever wondered why a relationship that once felt magical suddenly felt empty? Why the person who once gave you goosebumps now barely moves your emotions? Why something that once gave you purpose now feels like a cage? It's not because they changed, and it's not because you fell out of love in the way you think. It's because something inside of you evolved. Your soul received what it came for, the energy it needed, the lesson, the transformation, and now that connection no longer feeds you. But here's the strange part. You might still crave them. You might still miss them. You might even mistake this ache for love. But in truth, what you're really missing is the version of yourself that you were when you were with them. So the question is, were you ever truly in love with them? Or were you in love with who you were becoming? Matías takes it even further by saying, "Love is the glucose of the universe," a bold statement. But it makes perfect sense, because glucose is what fuels our cells to move, to grow, to live. And love is what fuels our soul to evolve, to create, to remember who we are. So when your pancreas gets activated, it's not just about digestion. It's your soul whispering, "I'm ready for something new." And here's the shadow side. When you're no longer evolving, when your environment becomes repetitive, when you feel stuck in relationships that don't feed your soul, your pancreas suffers. Yes, even physically. Matías explains that issues with the pancreas can often be traced back to emotional stagnation, a lack of love, a lack of energy, a lack of movement in your soul's purpose. That's why we say things like, "I feel empty. I'm starving for something more. I don't feel loved," because the soul knows it's time to transform. So, what is unconditional love? It's not about staying with someone forever no matter what. It's not about sacrificing yourself in the name of romance. Unconditional love, Matías says, is about recognizing the purpose someone had in your journey, even if they're no longer part of your life. It's saying, "You gave me energy, you helped me grow, I honor you for that," and maybe you move forward together with a new project, a new vision, a renewed connection, or maybe you move on, grateful, at peace, and still in love with the process. To fully understand this, Matías invites us to reflect on our very first love, not as a person, but as an energetic imprint. That first experience shaped the flavor of love your body will seek again and again. It's your soul's favorite dish. Like pizza with pineapple, he jokes. Even if no one else likes it, it's your comfort, your craving. So when you say, "I always fall for the same type," don't see it as weakness. See it as wisdom. It's not that you're stuck. It's that your soul remembers the kind of energy that once made you feel alive, the kind of connection that once sparked your evolution. And every time you're drawn to something familiar, it's your inner being quietly saying, "That felt like home." Because the first time you felt love, real, transformative love, it imprinted a unique signature into your body and soul. And ever since, you've been looking for that same flavor of energy. Not out of need, but out of a deep desire to grow again, to evolve again. That's not a cycle, that's a compass. In the end, what does this all mean? It means you are made of love, not the emotion, but the energy of evolution. Your cells, your spirit, your path, all fueled by the love that pushes you to become more than you were. You don't love with your heart, you love with your entire being, especially with the part of you that hungers for change. You love with your pancreas. So next time you fall in love, remember, it's not just romance, it's your soul saying, "I'm ready to evolve." What about you? What did your first experience of love teach your soul? Drop a comment below and share your story. And if this message made you think differently about love, transformation, or your own energy, like this video, subscribe for more cosmic truths. Share this with someone who's ready to remember who they truly are. You are not just in love, you are made of it. Thank you for watching.